Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing good, and today we are going to cover our para number 20. So let's to see what is mentioned in para number 20. Mashallah, we're going to cover it almost more than the half of the Quran. So let me know how much the things you just do learn something new this time from the Quran. From para number 20, we are going to see the Surah An-Naml. That is the 27th surah that just begins from para number 19 and it continues in the para number 20. Then Surah Al-Qasas, surah number 28, having 88 verses in it. Next one, the third and last surah in this para is Surah Al-Ankabut that begins in this para. And approximately this para have 171 verses in it. So this para discusses the stories of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, and Prophet Shoaib alayhi salam, highlighting their struggles and their lessons we can learn from them. It also emphasizes the power of faith and the importance of trusting Allah in difficult times. Let's see what aspects are mentioned in this para number 20. If we talk about to believe in Allah, in the Surah Al-Qasas, verse number 88, it is mentioned, وَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَهًا آخَرَ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ. And do not invoke with Allah any other deity. There is no deity except Allah, except Him. So lesson always believe in the oneness of Allah and worship only Him. Then if we talk about Salah in the verse number 3 of Surah An-Naml, Surah number 27, الَّذِينَ يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَهُمْ بِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. Who establish prayer and give zakat and of the hereafter they are certain. So Salah connects us to Allah and keeps our heart pure, and also the hereafter they are certain. Like it's sure the life of hereafter is going to begin. So we should just to pray Salah and pay zakat. Next one is charity in Surah Al-Qasas, verse number 77 is wa ahsin kama ahsanallahu ilayka, and do good as good and do good as Allah has done good to you. So helping others through charity brings blessings and happiness. So if Allah did something good, Allah gives you the blessing, you should just try to distribute it. If Allah gives you happiness, try to distribute happiness. So if Allah is bringing you something good, we should just share it with some others, and we should also distribute something good to others. Okay, the next one is fasting, and to see the next part of this Quran. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَدَيْنَهُمْ سُبُلَنَا, and those who strive for us, we will surely guide them on our ways. Next verse is about in Surah Al-Qasas, verse number 27 and Surah number 28. It talks about, he said, indeed, I wish to wed you one of the two daughters on the condition that you serve me for 8 years. It's a story of a prophet is mentioned here. I think Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, and he just wished, he showed the wish to the uh, um, to a person having two daughters, and he showed the wish to marry one of them, and then he put the condition to serve him for 8 years for getting married to her daughter, right? So about that it is mentioned here in this para. Stories of the prophets in para number 20. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, his struggles and trust in Allah is mentioned here in Surah Al-Qasas, verse number 7 to 13. Surah number 28. His mother placed him in a basket in the river to save him from the Pharaoh. This is like childhood of Prophet Musa alayhi salam is mentioned here. He grew up in Pharaoh's palace, but he remained a believer. He fled to Madian, where he had two women and later married one of them. And Allah gave him prophethood and miracles. So the whole story of Prophet Musa is given here. This story teaches us like Prophet Musa just to face the hardships and difficult times, and he just to trust Allah, and then Allah just to bring him the blessings in the end of after their hardships and patience as a reward. Then Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam stories mention the power of knowledge is basically the main topic of this story. In Surah An-Naml, verse number 15 to 44, it is mentioned Allah blessed Sulaiman alayhi salam with understanding of animals and control over jinn. So the story of the Hoopoe bird and the queen of Shaba's acceptance of Islam is basically Saba. Word is used in Quran. So he ruled with wisdom, justice, and faith. So the true power comes from the knowledge and faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings so much knowledge to the Prophet Shoaib alayhi salam that he can just to understand the language of the birds, and he just to invited the queen of Sabat to accept Islam, and just because of their knowledge and their wisdom, they were successful to just to make her agree to accept Islam. Next one is the story of Prophet Shoaib alayhi salam is mentioned. That is that just to give the warning to dishonest people in the Surah Al-Ankabut, verse number 36 to 37. The story is mentioned. The main highlights of that story are he warned his people against cheating in business. They make cheating in business, in trade, in sales. So they refused to listen and were destroyed as a punishment. So always be honest in your dealings and follow Allah's command. That's the lesson we just to learn from the Prophet Shuaib alayhi salam story. Now, if we go with the teachings and moral lessons from para number 20, the importance of tawakkul and trust in Allah. If we see the verse number 22 of Surah Al-Qasas, and when he directed himself towards Madian, he said, perhaps my Lord will guide me to the sound way. So Allah trust us, always trust in Allah, will show you the right path. That's basically most of the times it is mentioned in the Quran. Then Allah helps comes in unexpected ways. In Surah Al-Qasas, it is mentioned whatever you have been given is an enjoyment of the worldly life and its adornment. But what is with Allah is better and more lasting. So worldly things are temporary. Focus on the rewards of the hereafter. Next one is stay away from arrogance and greed. In Surah Al-Qasas, verse number 76 to 82, it is mentioned the story of Qarun, a rich man who was arrogant and ungrateful. His wealth did not save him and he was destroyed. So, wealth is a test. Always be humble and thankful. Next one is the power of patience and hard work. In Surah Al-Ankabut, and those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways. Hard work and patience led us to success in both worlds. Next one is what are the conclusions we got, what we do learn in the para 20, trust in Allah like Prophet Musa alayhi salam. He was in an other land having no house, no money, no one, the known people, but he trusts Allah and he stayed fast and show patience and ask help from Allah. Then Allah guided him. He just to follow the commands of Allah and then Allah reward him. Use knowledge for good like Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. And be honest in business like Prophet Shoaib alayhi salam, and do not be greedy like Qarun, and work hard, be patient, and stay humble. That's all for today. Inshallah, we will do the next part in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.